Today's video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Reduce your ping times and get faster speeds when you game at expressvpn.com/inside. 2021 is a huge year when it comes to gaming anniversaries. Last week marked the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil as a franchise, and while that may make you feel a little old, you are about to feel so much older because there are a number of notable games and franchises celebrating big milestone anniversaries this year. There really is a lot, so let's get into it. 40-year anniversaries. Donkey Kong, Galaga, and Frogger are all turning 40 this year. While those later two games are genuine classics and have lingered around in different iterations over the years, Donkey Kong, with its arcade origins and, the first appearance of Mario, surely is a standout here. It's unlikely Nintendo will give the big guy the same treatment Mario just got for his 35th anniversary, and that's unfortunate because there's a ton of fans who would love to see some old Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong adjacent games come to the Switch. But there's still a lot of games to talk about, so let's move on. 35-year anniversaries. Both The Legend of Zelda and Metroid are turning 35 this year, and unlike Donkey Kong, there is some expectation that we might see some type of official celebration for Zelda. Metroid, not so much. The original Zelda was a seminal moment for combining combat, exploration, and puzzle solving in games back in 1986, and each iteration of Zelda since has tried to embrace and add to that legacy. It's no surprise that Zelda remains to this day a flagship franchise for Nintendo. We already got a Link's Awakening remaster in 2019, and Skyward Sword HD was announced to release this July, but there are still a number of Zelda titles fans would love to see on Switch that could make an excellent anniversary collection. Now, while there is less precedent for Nintendo to do some type of re-release collection or remaster for Metroid, you might be glad to know Castlevania will also turn 35 this year and already has an anniversary collection available on almost every platform. Obviously, we wouldn't have the term Metroidvania without both games, and they really paved the way for navigation and progression mechanics that are still widely used today. The first Dragon Quest, also known as Dragon Warrior here in the West, is also turning 35 this year. JRPGs have come a long way over the years, and they certainly wouldn't have come as far without Dragon Quest. 30-year anniversaries. In 1991, the Super Nintendo was released in the States, which marks an important 30-year anniversary for a lot of us, but let's not forget a game that came out that year, which Nintendo so readily does. F-Zero. It was one of the fastest racing games you had ever seen, and it was cool as hell. Also, pretty hard. Nintendo, please make a new F-Zero. GX was dope. Speaking of going fast, Sonic already turned 30 this year. Sega has openly stated that they plan to celebrate in the upcoming months with big announcements for new games and digital content. It'll be 5 years in August since Sonic Mania came out, and fans are eager to find out what's next for their favorite hedgehog. Street Fighter 2 also turned 30 earlier this year. Ryu and Chun-Li and most of the original Street Fighter casts are almost as synonymous with video games as Mario and Sonic. It goes without saying this game cemented fighting games as a genre and is at the very foundation of the FGC as we know it today. 25-year anniversaries. We already mentioned Resident Evil hit the 25-year mark, but there are so many more games also celebrating a 25-year anniversary in 2021. Pokemon, Super Mario 64, Super Mario RPG, Crash Bandicoot, Persona, Quake, Dead or Alive, and Metal Slug all came out in 1996. It was a hell of a year to be alive and to be playing video games, to say the least. Even early on, it was easy to tell Pokemon was a phenomenon on a scale games hadn't usually seen, but I don't think anyone could have predicted just how much that legacy would go on to grow. Not to downplay the impact of the well-loved and established mainline games, but for context, Pokemon Go had 1 billion downloads in 2019. 1 billion. It's easily one of the most beloved Nintendo franchises, and if fans seem really angry all the time about the next Pokemon game, I think it's just a testament to how much they care. Maybe a little too much sometimes, but we're all guilty of that. Mario 64 obviously set the stage for a lot of the 3D games that came after it. Resident Evil pioneered survival horror as we know it today. Crash Bandicoot was Sony's answer to Mario and Sonic, and Persona as a franchise has really proven itself to be top of class and a quintessential JRPG experience. A list of incredible games all celebrating their 25th year anniversary, but let's move on. Next up, 20-year anniversaries. The Xbox and the GameCube are both celebrating their 20th anniversary, but there's also a huge list of games that will be achieving the 20-year milestone this year as well. Halo, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin, Animal Crossing, Max Payne, Devil May Cry, Advance Wars, Golden Sun, Jak and Daxter, and Metal Gear Solid 2 all came out in 2001. The original Halo really defined what a first-person shooter could be on a console, and now in 2021, with the release of Halo Infinite, we are hoping 343 can recapture some of that magic magic from those earlier games. Super Smash Bros. Melee is obviously one of the sickest games of all time, inspiring generations of competitive play even to this day, despite Nintendo's lack of support and earnest tries to stifle the community. Max Payne was certainly of its time, taking influence from cinema and The Matrix, but it simultaneously showed game's strength as a medium. Devil May Cry was originally supposed to be a Resident Evil game, but then it went on to set the standard for 3D action games. And lastly, Jak and Daxter has a special place in a lot of people's heart as their first 3D adventure game, which inspired a whole new generation of gamers. 15-year anniversaries. The list of video game anniversaries in 2021 goes on, and we aren't even listing all of them. The PS3, the Wii, Half-Life 2, Saints Row, Bully, Okami, Just Cause, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and Gears of War will all be 15 years old at some point this year. 10-year anniversaries. To wrap up, Skyrim, Dark Souls, and the 3DS are celebrating 10-year anniversaries, while Overwatch will be celebrating its 5th. It's incredible to have seen video games grow so much over the years as a medium, and to see that among literature, music, and film, games are carving their own path with their own special achievements and moments in time. Hopefully this video has been a fun way to reflect on where games have been and where they might go in the future. We could make an entire video series dedicated to any one of the games or franchises we mentioned, so we apologize if we missed one of your favorites. That's gonna do it for us today. Let us know in the comments which video game anniversary makes you feel the oldest, and if you want to see more videos like this from us, drop a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.